Big month for Down East Magazine. It is celebrating 70 years of publication with a special issue. Will Grunwald is the editor-in-chief of Down East, and he's here with us to talk about some of what's in this 70th year anniversary. Congratulations. This is a great milestone.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people have been involved in this magazine over the years, and it's still going.
One of the nice things about this new August issue is that you have new features in there, new articles, but you also have some old ones that have appeared over the years in the magazine. Let's start with one of those, a piece from 1968, a profile of the then really young Maine artist, Jamie Wyeth.
Yeah, who's ever heard of him, right?
Whatever happened to that guy?
Exactly. So, yeah, it's a profile of Jamie when he was 21 years old and still very much sort of finding his way in the art world, trying to, define his own trajectory relative to his father and grandfather. Yeah, it's a really charming piece, I think. And additionally, there's a show at the Farnsworth this summer that looks at specific ways that Jamie sort of found his own voice.
Well, it's kind of annoying because there's been coverage of him, including a piece that we had on 207 where Don Kerrigan visited his island. And Jamie, at the age of 77, still looks boyish, but he looked really boyish back in 1968 in this article.
Yeah, some of that photography is
It's a nice piece. On to another big feature in this issue is on ice cream. Doesn't get much better than that for you, Will, to travel around and sample a whole lot of ice cream, which is what you guys did for this feature.
Yeah, no, I've already had too much ice cream this summer. But yeah, so for the 70th anniversary, we made this, what seemed like a tall task decision to shout out 70 favorite frozen treats around the state. Ice cream, frozen bananas, popsicles, just anything we're kind of excited about every summer.
It's really tempting and mouthwatering to read what you came across in all the different places that now one wants to go explore. And you also have a nice little sidebar on old-fashioned soda fountains.
Yeah. Fortunately, there are still several of them going strong around the state, and they just have such baked-in nostalgic charm. And you're going to find splits, fraps, floats, and they're going to be traditional and perfect. Whether it's like the Waltz soda fountain in the old Rexall in Damariscotta or Dark Harbor Shop out on Islesboro, they're just,
They're all wonderful.
Yeah.
A more serious piece looks at the Kennebec River. It was 25 years ago that the Edwards Dam was torn down on the Kennebec, which has led to a real improvement in water quality and the fishery. This article looks at what the future will hold for the Kennebec, whether more dams should come down or whether they should stay.
What's really relevant this year is that one of the upriver dams from the Edwards is up for relicensing with the federal government. If it is relicensed, you're looking at decades more of limited recovery of the river because it's still sort of severed its upper and lower parts by these other dams. If it's removed, you're looking at another step toward a fuller ecological recovery. And of course, it's not a one-sided issue. There are other interests. I mean, dams provide jobs, electricity, water for mills. So yeah, there's nuance.
A lot of different perspectives there. Let's end real quickly with two great tastes that may or may not taste great together. There's a place on the Boothbay Peninsula that is doing what with these two tastes?
Yeah, this is last but not least, for sure. So it is at Shannon's Unshelled, a lobster shack, a lobster roll that is dressed with a Moxie reduction. Moxie being the bitter soda that is beloved and reviled.
Right.
It seems worth trying for everyone because, what's Mainier than those two flavors together?
I mean, if you're going to live in Maine and you haven't tried Moxie and lobster, then clearly you've got a little work to do. At least I feel that is the case for me.
You could put it on a potato bun and throw some blueberries in the reduction, and then you'd really have the Mainiest bite ever. But it's
just checking all those boxes. It's all in the 70th anniversary issue of Down East Magazine, which is out now. Will, thank you so much. Appreciate you being here.
Yeah, thanks, Rob.
Stick around. We're going to return with 207 right after this.